In my Father's house there are many mansions, and if it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. John chapter 14, verse 2. 12 years ago, I was speaking to a friend of mine who doesn't believe in God's source spirit about figuring out life with or without faith, right? So I remember saying to this friend, I said, well, I know you don't believe in God, but you said that you're open to, understanding or seeking God. And I said, what if you spent your whole life seeking God and trying to understand God and if God was real or not, to finally find God and get all these blessings, at the end of your life. But instead you found God now and you could spend your whole life getting the blessings. You'd have a substantially different life path, right? And I think that I remember it really landing with my friend where they were like, wow, that is a big difference, right? Like not finding God and not being able to experience God's love and divine knowledge my whole life versus having faith in that now and being able to experience the blessings that come from that my whole life. That is a big difference. But I'm not saying that or mentioning that with the notion of trying to convince anyone to believe in God's source or believe in anything in particular. I'm only mentioning it or bringing it up because I wholeheartedly do believe in the importance of faith. And I know some of you, you will argue or you will say, well, I don't subscribe to religion or I don't believe in God. I don't subscribe to a God or higher power. So I just ask you to listen to what I'm saying because there is something to still say about faith and the role that it plays in your life, even when it doesn't pertain to religion per se. And if you let me unpack this, so the common definition and notably used definition for faith is to believe or have hope in something not seen or proven. Modern times in terms would add on something not scientifically proven. But Oxford also defines faith as trust in someone or something, and the ability or knowledge of someone or something. Oxford also defines faith as trust in something or someone who's promised to do something and them actually doing it. And then last but not least, Oxford defines faith as strong religious belief or a particular religion or intention. So that is to note that the one thing science has still yet to prove is the origin of consciousness. So that being said, so then if you think about religion, most people think, of course, of the most popular religions like Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, Judaism, Sikhism, and a myriad of other Orthodox religions. Yet the definition of religion for the Oxford Dictionary is also not just the service or worship of God or supernatural commitment or devotion to religious attitudes or beliefs, but it's also simply the belief in a repetitive action or a repetitive pattern or a principle or a system of beliefs that you hold with ardor or faith, but just something that you do over and over again. You do it all the time regularly, right? So then, although I personally am a Christian, And I believe in a lot of the different aspects of other religions because, like most intellectuals and spiritual believers, you find I understand that there's significance, and I appreciate that most religions, when you remove all of the slanted agendas that are slanted for power, dominion over people, and things of that nature, when you remove all that, most of these religions have more shared foundation principles that are based on unity consciousness, universal love, divine love, knowledge, oneness, right? And the concept that we are all truly one, even those of us who don't like subscribe to the same religion and creed. And we're all simply operating in divine love, and all operating as one, like we're individual parts of one running machine and manifestations of that. But like no religion is more important or better than the other. The purpose really just being to guide each and every one of us, and for us all to have a choice of which faith to subscribe to help us in that guidance. But all of the paths lead us back to the one path, lead us back to the one space of universal unity consciousness and love and divine knowledge. And all of that really ascends the human body and the human experience anyways. So like when it comes to faith again, faith really is still key. And whether it's faith in yourself, faith in your family and your friends, faith in everyday practices or religious practices, or faith in a set of practices that are pertaining specifically to a religion. Faith is still important. So, with that being said, I'm Devyn Morse. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I encourage you to come along with me on my journey of spiritual awakening through faith. I'll see you guys back here next time.